If the price comes near the same level and goes up, it means that there are strong buyers there. If the stock comes a second time and goes up from there too, we call it a double bottom. In this, how to set a target stop loss. Welcome to Friends Price Action Telugu channel. Today we are going to learn completely about double bottom. What is double bottom, the psychology behind it, what parameters should we consider and where to take the entry. Let's discuss what the target is. Let's begin. So, whenever a stock continues in a downtrend and bounces from some point, of course, this is also a bounce. This is also a bounce. From here, this is also a bounce. But friends, after a deep discount buyers enter the market. So, we call it value buying. Okay, this company came at a good price. Buy. Let's do it, but let's say that the bounce happened in the first attempt, but we don't want to consider it because probably smart people will test it by initiating small quantities, and then the second time, let's say that the bounce happened strongly from that level. Then we can confirm that the buying interest is strong at that particular level. For example, if we look at Home First Finance in the daily time frame, this company previously went up to 1300 and then continued in a downtrend for many days, but finally a significant bounce happened. Look after that in March. Did it bounce from here? When it comes to the high from this level, remember that this is a high because it went up continuously from here and came down again from there, so it is not a high. We should consider this as a high because when projecting the target, this high is very, very important. So here I am marking this particular stock. This particular stock came to this low. After coming to the low, this high was created, so it created a high. So we also mark the high. So simply, it came to 880. There were strong buyers here. It went up. It came to the same level again. When it came, what we have to observe here is that the first price action is very important. That is, how strong are the buyers near that level? We have to monitor it clearly. Of course, after seeing this candle, we can say that a double bottom formation is happening here. After this candle closes, we know that in such a situation, what we have to observe is volumes. Volumes provide a lot of information. So see here, what huge volume was on February 28th. What the first volume tells us is that strong buyers and sellers also participated in this. So why are they selling here? They are probably expecting this stock to go down and selling. But what happened here in the end is that the candle closed in the green, which means that the strength of the buyers is strong. The first clue is from the volume and the candlestick. Of course, after that, when we observe the second time, we see that even in the middle, buying volume is seen here and there. Anyhow, if we observe this candle, this is also a kind of bullish Maru Boju candle. Of course, there are small wicks here. Sometimes, we take the context and we can ignore these. The bullish Maru Boju candle is at the same level. This is also almost strong buying. Strength is showing. The second time is also showing buying strength in the same way, so we can take confirmation. There are very strong buyers near this level. They are ready to buy if it reaches that price. But anyhow, as for the double bottom pattern, what is this double bottom? That is, a double bottom means that there are strong buyers near the same level. They are protecting that level from breaking down. That is, if we test it twice, we call it a double bottom. If it tests it once more, we call it a triple bottom. In this case, a double bottom formation has occurred. Friends, here, previously, after touching the bottom of this, it went up to here. Therefore, this high is very important. When this high breaks out with decent volumes, that is, with moderate volumes, only then can we double it. It is considered as a bottom. In this case, we can also take the help of indicators. Generally, when we have a breakout, let's say the relative strength index is trading above 60. 55 5R60 is definitely in strong momentum. After that breakout, we can say that there are possibilities for the momentum to continue. Based on the relative strength index, the second important indicator is the MACD moving averages convergence and divergence. What does this simply say? How is the momentum in the market? First of all, let's say that this line is trading above the zero line. When this comes, the MACD line is not the signal line, the MACD line is above the zero line. Generally, we consider it as a positive sign. But in this case, even when the breakout occurred, the histogram was positive again and it was trading above zero, so the MAG is also showing positive sentiment here. Of course, the relative strength index is also indicating positive sentiment. Friends, what we have to observe in the double bottom here is that divergence is also visible, that is, this path is almost equal in price. But if we observe the relative strength index, let's see this. Let's say that when it comes, the higher low was created here. The equal loss was created in the price. The higher low was created here. This is what we call positive divergence. Of course, the MAG has also created positive divergence, so many factors are supporting us here. Which of these double bottoms has been created? Now let's get to the entry point. When it comes, generally speaking, the candle has closed decently here, so we can plan an entry at this point. Okay, generally speaking, the stop loss is maintained under this swing. Under this swing, friends, what happens here is that it continues like that and comes to retest again. So here we took an entry. Here we got a good profit, but again we have to retest again because previously there was a resistance level. Why do we call it resistance? This particular stock fell down from there again. So we consider this as resistance. This resistance level is also being retested. Look at this case. Previously, there was a neckline, that level was broken out. In this candle, but again, support was taken at the same level. So what happened here is that resistance converted into support, which is what flipped. Okay, fine again, here too we can plan if it is a buying opportunity. Now when it comes to the next target, when it breaks out near this level, we should also take the calculation from the breakout, that is, from that neckline. So from here, whatever distance we have, we will project the target. From this neckline, now when it comes to the target, we have a breakout, where 1121 is the target, we will set 1367. This is our target. Okay. So in this way, based on the classical double bottom patterns, we can use the volumes and relative strength index, MACD, for confirmation. For entry, first, it will continue to go until we get a reverse. So what can we do here without missing out on 50% of the quantity? If the market retests, then we can definitely deploy 50% of the quantity again. So this is a simple method. Friends, I will also share the free screen related to this. Type S in the comment below. So, if it is a free screen for everyone, I will share it. Hope this video is informative. If you like the video, be sure to like it and show your support. For more interesting videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned, friends. Thank you.